now. Moving into our next step, we have Dr. Mario and Sonic. All right. I know this is more towards your ballpark, so what does the Blur have to offer for us against Doc?
Definitely the speed advantage is going to be heavily in the favor of Sonic, but listen, don't sleep on Doc in this matchup. I feel like most people definitely have Doc on, like, +2 on a lot of their matchup charts, but when you're able to get in on, when Doc's able to get in on you and put his hands on you, this character is so absurdly strong. I think obviously one of the things that Kichiro is probably going to try to do is, get Doc in a stage where they have to burn a resource off the stage, and try to give them a spring or forward air or one of Sonic's other really quick options. But if Sonic overcommits just a little bit too hard, spin dash not being as safe up close as it once used to be, it can definitely open up a world of pain for Kichiro.
I feel like a lot of Doc's strength has to do with having a very reliable close-range game, but that's, predicated on the idea that his opponent's going to be sticking around in close. Sonic, sort of the poster child for hit and run in Smash, isn't really looking to tango with Doc for too long, and because of that, I feel like, one, Mega Vitamin's not going to find a lot of utility, but two, Sonic doesn't have to worry too hard about those two-hit combos that Doc offers, because he's got really strong 1-2s, but if you're not around for the 1, you can't hit by the 2.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's just basic math. That's why Doc has a medical degree. Ooh! I think that actually saved him. It did not look like that Lopraz was going to be able to get back to the stage right there, but Kichiro dropping the spring a little bit preemptively.
Okay, yeah, no, they're going to be enough to do it.
Yeah, that move's still dangerously good. And like we mentioned, when Sonic commits to spin dash, there's only a handful of options that he can go for as a follow-up, and not all of them are the safest, especially after hit. So if you're Kichiro, you definitely have to be mindful of that. And a nice recovery there from Lopraz to avoid everything that Kichiro is throwing at them.
Yeah, for all of the speed that Sonic has, he still has to commit to covering one option really well. So as long as you're patient enough with Doc's tools, returning to the stage, mind you, close enough to the ledge, isn't too difficult. But once you start to dip just a bit too low, that's where Doc's faults start to really come through.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better myself. So right now we're at an evenish game right here. And again, kind of, you see Kichiro kind of taking their time. Again, like we mentioned, Sonic's spin dash not necessarily as safe as a tool as it used to be, so you definitely have to be mindful in these CQC situations. And that was if they're purposely clanking with spin dash with those moves, that's some clean stuff right there. Lopraz definitely looks very comfortable fighting this character.
I was just about to say, the fact that dash attack leaves you plus on hit after that, and you can still follow up with jab just to get little bits of damage, but more importantly, that stage control, that's really important. That's really specific to this matchup.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you have to practice in a lab at some point, as we get the spin charge to the forward air follow-up. Sonic's forward air, one of his best aerials, and a nice catch on the roll with the back air. You have to call it like it is sometimes, Hangman. The back air was nice, and that is one of Sonic's best moves for well over a decade. So,
yes, sir. It's really strong. It's very consistent, and because of its size, it is able to catch a lot of rolls from the ledge with practical ease.
Let's see what the follow-up's going to be, because you see here, Sonic playing with the lead, Eggman, definitely a very different complexion than when at even ground or at a deficit. So, we'll probably potentially see Kichiro kind of put the brakes on things, force Lopraz to, commit unsafely up close, because Sonic's punish game still very, very solid.
Yeah, realistically, there's no reason for Kichiro to press forward too much.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider the fact that, in spite of Lopraz being consistently down throughout this game 1, it's still been relatively even.
Yeah, wild stuff. But right here, things not looking great. Yep.
Oh, not after the photo. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, Sonic's forward air comes out. I believe it comes out frame 4. Very, very strong move. And Dr. Mario with his limited resources forced to burn or jump early and making them a easy target for Sonic to clean up there.
And we're going to run it right on back. That was an instant pick into Stadium 2, so most likely for the sake of comfort. It didn't look too bad as long as the battle stayed on stage, so I suppose Lopraz makes more of an effort to stay grounded, and the battle stays a bit more to their favor. But at the same time, keeping Sonic in one place is borderline impossible, so it's going to have to be really good callouts in neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see how things shake out here. Again, even with those little tricks like you mentioned, with dash attack being plus on block in certain scenarios, and things like pill and into up B, Dr. Mario is still potentially lacking a lot here. And nice use of the up air to go past the ledge, following up with the back air, and then finishing up the stock with the forward air. Excellent stuff right there from Kichiro.
All right, that's an accelerated start for this match. And playing with an extremely healthy lead, I'm curious to see what Kichiro is going to be doing now, because whenever we've seen the Sonic with a lead, he's been a little bit worse for way up percentage-wise. And in situations like that, it really doesn't take a lot of effort for Doc to be able to bring back the deficit. Here, Sonic's got a lot to play with, especially while it's looking like it's going to be a 2-stock lead in the first minute of the game.
Yeah, the charged homing attack right there. Very, very cheeky stuff right there from Kichiro. Unfortunate for Lopraz not getting the stage spike there. Now finds himself up Esports Creek without a paddle right now. As, again, Sonic with a lead. Totally different beast.
Right now, the Sonic looks like he's trying to make a speedrun out of this match, because this is looking very different from Game 1, where Kichiro tends to sort of lay back with the spin charges, wait for the opportunity to come in passively, getting like a couple of hits. Here, we're seeing, like, any hit is a string. Once again, trying to land out this forward smash, but no luck.
All right, here we go. You see, at this point, all Kichiro really has to do is just kind of, they don't really have much of a reason to go in, like you said, but at this point, Kichiro can kind of just start taking, heat checks from half court to see what's going to work or not, as you saw them kind of holding that forward smash a little bit longer than they probably would have.
Yeah, you've got 2 stocks to play around
with. Oh, no.
And you won't even need them. A 3-stock on Game 2 spells out a 2-0 for Kichiro. Some solid Sonic play.
Yeah, that was way past cool, as the kids would say. As after a very close first game, between those two in Game 1, ultimately ends in a 3-stock in Game 2. So Kichiro definitely getting the better end of, again, some rough attributes that Doc has to play with. Like we mentioned, being forced to burn resources early against a character like Sonic that has a really great vertical recovery and a plethora of tools to edgeguard you with. Not a great combination.